Everybody, Gerone Wright here, and once again you're joining me on my Gerone Wright YouTube channel here on YouTube. In this video I'm going to be showing you some amazing discoveries and findings that I made about the slab here of the Nefertiti and Akhenaten and their babies here. I did other videos, but this one here is going to be slightly different. Wherefore, I found some things about this that I've discovered that opens up this this slab to where you can read it as if it was a motion picture, and it describes genetic bridging with the babies, with Nefertiti, and how that there was it shows, like it's a motion picture that slides, that shows in like a slide form of how Nefertiti evolved into the woman that she was, created the babies that she created, and her and Akhenaten bridged over one another to further the process to go on to change the genetic course of the Egyptian people. That's pretty much what I'm saying here. Again, on face you can see that there's something wrong with this scenario, and to see this, the way this whole image, the way it's set up, the way they're facing each other side by side, there's some type of symbolic significance about this image that you can see and you can feel in the presence of it. Again, just on face, there's a few things that I'd like to point out that about Nefertiti here, in which would be her right breast area. If you look here, there's a face there, there's a mouth, there's a nose, there's a cheekbone, there's an eye, and it's seemingly wearing a hat right here in her shoulder, which would be her shoulder blade right here. That hat is actually, which is a head of an ape, which comes down. The mouth is created in the forehead area of this other being. I don't know how much of this you can see. I'm looking at this backwards, so I'm going to have to trust that you're able to see that. But this will be an eye socket here, cheekbone, nose, and there's a black face in there, showing you that she carries the genes of her ancestor, which is that of the ape and African ancestors, in her body. So this is what is detailing what is going on. Then if you look closely at her ear, you'll see other morphine faces and images of beings along with snakes and everything else, showing you how these genes transgress through her body and how she genetically altered herself from what she used to be to what she currently is. I'm going to take you on to some images here. And these images are going to be this is the Akhenaten babies. I'm going to keep going. What I've actually composed here is going to be amazing, because these are all images which are going to be seen for the first time. This image was produced by running Nefertiti's genes, or her body, back into itself, which is described in the picture from the beginning of what I was actually just describing. Everything that I just related to you, I can now show you via this remarkable discovery, through this remarkable discovery I made that allows me to bring these images up. Look here. This is Nefertiti's body, which creates this image, and the babies. Well, one baby, and then it's actually a dual baby, because it's a split image. Notice that I got to show you some things about this. First of all, notice how the arms come down. The arms come down into a triangle, and the triangle is holding the head of a being, which is right here. Now, again, I'm going to post these pictures on my Facebook page and on my Google+, so you can come there and see that. There's a head being held there. There's something else about this. If you go here in the chest area, which would be the chest area of this being, notice that there's an eye there looking at you, an eye there looking at you. There's a mouth, there's a nose, and there's the face of a lizard creature right there. Look at that. Looking at you like if it has a mask on. Can you see that? Looking dead at you. Then let's go up here right here. You notice that where the arm of the baby is going up here, and then the arm of this is actually the same babies. It's just double. This is like a split image brought together. This is the same baby, but notice how the arms come out. Well, out of this collar area right here, which would be like a necklace charm here, there is a reptilian being leaning out of from behind this, and its arms, this is what the babies are reaching up to, and then this being's arm is reaching down to the babies. There's the head of a reptilian being right in here. Okay, there's an eye, there's a nose, and there's a mouth. Again, these pictures will be on my Facebook page if you want to come there and actually witness it then. Then this here, down in here, which is in the belly area. By the way, people, you're going to realize that this here, this head right here, is a head that's actually bent down into the chest. Imagine a head, imagine taking your chin and pressing it down into your chest, and then you sitting on your knees crossed over, with your knees crossed over, almost like a Buddha. This is what this is emulating here, people. Look, the babies are sitting on the shoulder of, there's the top of the head of this being here. Its arms coming around like a Buddha. This is its belly right here. Let me make sure we're getting on. This is the belly, and its legs are crossed over on itself. This being is sitting on its legs. This is a reptilian-like being with its body crossed over and its head down in its chest right there. Now you're going to see this image change, so pay attention. Then there's also another face which is in here, which is like a shield, which you're going to see change as well too. It is showing you the direction of genes that are actually transgressing through Nefertiti's body. A motion picture of, oh, this is before I actually brought the bodies together. So here they are apart. So this is another image of the bodies being apart. Check this out, because this is amazing as well too. Look at this little guy right here. Now this is before. This is everything that I just. Hold on. Let me go back to this. Because this motion picture is actually crazy, and I got it. You notice that this here, this part right here. This part here actually is pulled up, and you will see it being pulled up with Nefertiti. This is the before section of it to show you how Nefertiti became who she was. And then the other part of it here is showing you how, where we at here? Ooh, daggone. Come on back up. Where we at? Okay, let me get this right. Let me see if I got this. Okay, we're good. All right. This part is the before, and this is like an after picture. I don't have them in order for you. This is that piece that was showing you where the body of that person was sitting on the legs. These would become the legs and all of the other stuff. I'll show you later on, but not now. All right, this video is, I got to keep it going, keep it moving. But anyway, here's where we at with this. Notice how we have shapes and forms going on here. This is the two babies with their heads back to back. Here's a monkey in here, which looks like a frog. There's the mouth. I'm in the mouth, open mouth with the tongue. There's the ape. There's an eye, left eye. There's a left eye. This is the head. The back of the heads of the baby. There's one baby's head here. There's one. The back of the heads together creates like a lizard, dinosaur / ape right here. I'm looking in the mouth. I can see teeth. I can see the tongue. There's an eye. There's an eye. There's a split in the forehead. Then the dinosaur is over in its chin area. There's a face of a cat right here. And then it shows you this being created through this mutation, and how Nefertiti evolved from the before picture into this picture, and it's showing you DNA and transition. All right, now watch that image change. I don't know if I have that one up again. Let me see where we're at here. Yeah, this is truly amazing. Okay, there's that DNA again. I want to show you something about this, because this gets crazy. Because this here, look at how this becomes like a plaque. It's a head. Here, there's an eye. There's an eye. This will be the nose area. okay, with symbols in the center. And it even has a face in the middle with the king wearing a crown. There's the king's crown right there. Here's the king's face. There's an eye, there's an eye, there's a nose, there's a mouth. So it's a king in a symbol here in this plaque of this face here. Okay, this would be an ear, that would be an ear, this and that. And then there's the mouth area right here. And the tongue is sticking out on at to Nefertiti. Check this out. Out to Nefertiti's legs. Here's the tongue. On the tongue, lifting up off the tongue, look at this being right here, people. Because this being has a crown, has a face. Here's his shoulders coming out, holding Nefertiti's hand on the other side. And you see this being coming off the tongue, out of the mouth, out of a split in the tongue, as if it's DNA, representation of DNA. That's what this is describing. But people, I don't know how much of this you can see. I'm not going to do it, but check this out. There's the left eye, there's the right eye, there's the nose, and there's the mouth. And this being is coming off the tongue of this creature in a lifelike sense. It's like this guy, it's like you holding your tongue out. Imagine holding your tongue out, and then there's a mutation mutating off of your tongue. That's how real this is. Coming from out of this section here. Now, mind you, keep in mind what this is suggesting, because out of that same hole, that hole later on down in later images and later slides is going to go into a plaque, and there's going to be a cobra coming out of that same hole. So this is just kind of crazy, people. So bear with me here, and I won't know if you can see this until, yeah, you can see it real good. Yeah, you can see it real good. Left eye, right eye, nose, mouth. Here's the tongue spitting out of this guy's, there's this guy's eye, this is the nose. Here's his mouth open, parted open, the tongue is spitted out, and it's showing you the DNA on the tongue. And that's what this is doing right now. Now, I'm going to keep moving. Here, where I told you where that tongue was, here it is again, here. Okay? This is a whole nother different image. Look at this. Look down here. I'll draw the face out for you some here so you can realize. Let me make sure that I might have to move this back some. Alright, I believe that you can, I don't know how far I need to come back, but alright. I outlined this face for you. There's a face in there. Again, there's the arms that come around and come forward. There's a head in here. But look inside of here, people, how this crown comes up. It's showing you two heads in one. It's showing you a monkey's head here with an elongated nose. It reminds me of something that you might see on SpongeBob with Squidward's nose, or either on Sesame Street with Bert's nose, or one of the Sesame Street characters' nose, on how the nose is elongated. These ideas come from it. But it gets better than that, people, because, oh, there's a face in here too. I don't know if you can see that face there of a black child right here. There's a lifelike face here. Let me see if I can get you, let me look back at the screen if I can get you to see that. There's a lifelike child here. Again, these pictures are going to be on my Facebook page. Now check this out, because it gets crazy, because there's the left eye, there's the left eye, there's the nose, and there's the mouth, and there's a chin. It even has a chin like mine. I called it like a cleft chin right there. Now check this out. It just doesn't stop there, because this black child that's in here in the chest cavity area is also has a head facing off to this side, and it has a face facing off to that side. So it's a three-headed being, which is right here in a mirroring sense that you can see the reflection of that being there. And it shows you again this face here, that face there, and then it has, look, check this out, over top of the head of the monkey creature with the children is going with their hands open, showing you that the children has altered the nucleus of the DNA of this monkey, and there's like a nucleus ball here. You have a king figure up here. Here's the king's crown, here's the king's ears, and then there's the king's left eye, right eye, nose, mouth, and it's showing you a king's face right there in the crowns of Nefertiti. Look at that. Can you see all of that? I'm going to keep going. Again, all of these slides represent Look at this. All of these slides represent how DNA calls for the creation of Nefertiti and what she did and her husband did and her children did to further a process, an occult-like process that calls for genetic change amongst the Egyptian people from their ancestry, from past to current, and the effect of future genetic beings of the Egyptian people. Look at this. Look at this face here. Look at the triangular positions of Nefertiti's cat. Look at the screaming woman in here. This face is identical to that what we resemble Medusa. There's reptilian faces off to the sides facing into the Medusa image. There's the left eye, right eye, the nose, the open mouth, the screaming mouth. And there's a lizard, a frog-like creature here. There's this left eye, its left eye, its left eye, its right eye, and a frog-like lizard's mouth there. And the Medusa-like woman's chin going down to create the nose of this frog right here. There's the frog-like creature there, the lizard, and there's Medusa's face coming down. And then it shows you DNA being handed in a triangle. There's another triangle again. The same triangle that's up here showing you coming down is the same one here. And it has DNA showing you DNA being handed, what's being controlled, what's being extracted, what genetic causes and changes took place. But now check this out. In the Medusa's woman's face, now I'm telling you that there's a frog here. Look at these sagging eyes here, people. Look at this. Eye there, eye there. From the largest point to the smallest point, they are showing you reptiles, which calls for the creation of black people, which makes for perfect sense, because you kind of want to imagine, you're thinking that because of the origins of the geographical origins of people of color is the reason why they were the color they were their color. But you had genuine black people that were blacker than black, midnight black. These people got this way because they evolved from the skin of reptilians. They went from being of a reptile to being that of obtaining skin of a black person. Decomposing skin from a reptile to that of a black person. And then finally, our ancestors realized what was going on through the creation of our reptilian ancestors and our reptilian black ancestors and our apes and all. They knew that they could genetically control the future course of their being, so they started changing, genetically altering themselves. Blacks that knew how to turn themselves into later Asians, Egyptians, Asians, Europeans, Caucasians, and then finally into that Mayans, all of that people, and then finally into what we are today. And this is what this is, a reoccurring scenario of genetic manipulation and altering. And the records of it has always been there. If you knew who you were, to understand these records, you have to first accept the fact that you were a reptile. Reptilians created these multi-dimensional creations because of their vision. They had a reptilian sense of being, a reptilian sense of knowledge, a reptilian sense of understanding, and a reptilian sense, most of all, a sense of vision. So therefore, they did not see things directly anyway. For them to look at things that they have created, they would have seen them with, I could call it like a fly vision, in multi-layers. Their eyes, moving their eyes, they could create motion pictures where we need a camera to do it, or we can't do it with still motion. Their eyes had built in like a univision type of sense to where they create motion pictures with their eyes, and this is how they read this. And this is what is happening today in art, not in just in building fabrications and sculpture fabrications, and in everything. This thing about the Masons, this thing's about sculptures, the art world, this hidden knowledge is all based on these people through ancient rooted knowledge knew of our ancestors' gifted abilities, and they incorporated it into their artwork. Why? Because there's this sense of knowledge, of understanding that these beings were always in existence, always are around, and perhaps one day would return, and it caters to all of that which once was to create what is going to be and what needs to be in the future. Again, it's too much to go on. I mean, it just never ends. For what I'm going to tell you, it's just so much. But for now, enjoy the face of this frog here. There's his eye looking dead at you. There's his pupil. There's his eyeball. There's his center. And it has in the center of his head, besides the screaming Medusa woman here where her left eye is, the Medusa woman has in her mouth, there's an ape face right there. And you're going to see that change into something else. So people, you have 4 images here. In the chest, coming out of Nefertiti's chest area, doubled in. These are eyelids. This is an eyelid. This is an eyelid of a frog, a reptile creature. There's a nostril. There's a nostril, which becomes an eye of another smaller creature in its mouth area. But check this out. There is a reptile right here, people. There's a left eye. There's the right eye. There's a nose area. And in the nose area, there is a monkey, an ape. His hair is in the darkened area. There's his forehead. There's the left eye. There's the right eye. There's the monkey's nose area, and his tongue is sticking out of his mouth right there. Then you have this reptile's face in his mouth area right here, which looks like a baby bird, kind of speak. Its nostrils create another left eye. This right nostril, left nostril create a left eye. This right nostril creates a right eye, and it creates a mouth, and it shows you another reptile, all in one right there, which you can actually be realized. I'm going to keep moving, people. Oh, hold on, I can't move yet. Up here, can you see this? Up here, in this area, when these images are brought together like this, the glyphs, the worded glyphs, or the text glyphs that they have becomes images, become pictures. I've seen similar pictures like this here, and seen similar in the Maya culture. You'll notice that those square boxes, or those rounded boxes, which has faces, I think it's either on the lid of Lord Pakal, or on the one where they talk about ancient soccer with the Maya people. These pictures exist like it's like charms with different faces on it. Each one of these that I have my arrow on has a different face on it, and they look similar to that of the Mayan people, to be totally honest. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I believe that there's a 5th one here, but you can hardly make it out. But I put little dots in for the eyes. But people, when I tell you that there's faces here, there are faces which describe different faces, which was cause for the creation of everything that we're talking about right here. Showing you different directions, not just for just the presence, but the future and everything. That's what this is showing you, what was created and which is to be expected. These were genetic manipulations that had a course that once was and was once and is to become again. Check this picture out. Another slide pitch. That frog creature becomes more apparent here. Look how this frog creature starts to become human-like now. Look up here. There's the guy, the little guy that I told you was reaching out. You can probably see him a little bit more better now. Look at the crown of Nefertiti. Look at these little symbols. This little symbol right here, which looks like, you know what it looks like up top there in the center here? You know that, like one of those cartoons, like a hedgehog symbol or something along those lines. It looks like the symbol that we see on our kids' toys or in cartoons. It looks like something crazy, like it almost like in retrospect of like a Marvel comic insignia, which is on clothing or something. You know what I mean? It's just incredible the way that all of this is being shown to us and how it is being released here. It lets you know that what we see on TV today, what we're seeing, and what captivates us, what captivates our minds in TV, our kids' minds in TV. It's all subliminal messages, which actually calls for who we were and it comes from something of reality, in other words, what I'm trying to say. It was all real to begin with, and they're taking it and playing it back to you. Your mind is captivated by it because everything here that I'm describing is what calls for your existence and your being of which is today. So you should be captivated by this because this is all knowledge that is stored in your memory system. Just like your computers have that memory card, or your phones have that memory card, or that the card that holds all of the information to everything. Well, people, your DNA has this information programmed into it. It's just blocked. What is it blocked by? It's blocked by everything that you were lied to about. It's blocked about who you truly are, how you truly came onto this planet. You didn't come onto this planet through no divine intervention and just suddenly appeared from Adam and Eve. This is a reality that describes how we were created from creatures of our world, how we evolved onto our planet through rocks, through meteorites, through asteroids, and microorganisms. And I can even take you back further than that on how that even occurred, but I'm not in this video. But people, what it is describing is how that we, through the oceanic bodies of our world, we evolved through the bodies of fish. Fish interacted into becoming with creatures that are on land that had legs, and how those two creatures, or groups of creatures, came together and created what we are today. Well, hold on. Created reptilians, or reptiles, and reptiles ultimately went on to create man. I mean, from their largest state, which was dinosaurs, on to the smallest state, what we are now. What I'm stating is that we are a byproduct of an intelligence creatures of dinosaurs and microorganisms that planet hop from one planet to the next. I'm stating that we have come from Venus onto Mercury, onto Earth, and then now we are now evolving onto Mars. And Mars. And I'm saying that what is happening is that all of this planet hopping and this stuff going, this is an evolution of our kind that has always been taking place and always been in progress. And it's something that has been known. Maybe to an elite few, maybe not to all of everybody. Maybe it's just my knowledge, perhaps, let's just say. But I'm telling you right now that it's not coincidence that NASA is on Mars talking about trying to colonize a desolated planet. For what purpose? I'm telling you that that planet is not desolated. I'm telling you that it isn't a planet is waiting on to be incubated by the sun, and the water would be released on that planet. And what's going to happen is that planet in the future would be just like Earth was, just like Mercury was and Venus was in the past. Our planet is now. It's my position that Mars will become the same exact way. Mars is a frozen ball, a frozen mass of planet. Once the sun, and we all know that through common sense, people, that the sun is heating up right now. The sun is expanding. What they say about 2 inches or 2 inches or whatever per day, that the sun is expanding in its energy. As that, and we all know that emitted matter energy gets stronger and stronger and stronger. As that the intensity of the solar radiation of the sun intensifies, our planet is being phased out and Mars is being heated. We all know that from a frozen mass and with heated radiation, what happens is condensation. Through that condensation process, people, it's my position, what happens is that planet will develop an atmosphere. Water would start up here, and which we would call an atmosphere. An atmosphere would become created from all of that immediate matter of everything that I'm just now describing, and voila, a new world is created. And it's my position that NASA is there right now to contaminate that planet with extremophiles, microorganisms that they are aware of, that our ancestors placed in our world from the previous world, which I'm telling you was Venus and Mercury. And I'm telling you that these planet hoppers this is all knowledge that has actually come. This all accounts for people the creation of mankind and all this higher and hidden knowledge. This is what all of these gaps in our creation and where we come from. This is what this is all. I can describe it all. This information is all in me. All right, look at what we have here. You see this little frog guy, like right here. You see his eye. You see his mouth. Look at his mouth, his lips. Look at how his lips are being described here. There's his nose. Look at his lips, people. Look at that. Look at this here. Look at the lip there. Look at his eye right there. You see his eye right there. Look at his forehead. Look at that. You see his face right there looking at you? It gets better though. It's like his chin is down in his chest like I told you. But check this out. This gets better, people. His forehead is right here. His forehead is actually under the chin of this bigger head right here. Look at this big guy. Look. I wish I would have put eyes in here for you to see. This here, people, is the forehead of a giant reptilian ancestor of ours. Imagine an eyeball right here, an eyeball there, and an eyeball there. People, his nostrils are right there. Here's his cheekbone. There's his cheekbone. No, actually, I would say that's the cheekbone. Here's his cheekbone here. Here, these are his shoulder blades. Here, this is his forehead. He has his reptilian buttons up on across his head like dinosaurs have right there. Here's his nose and his chin. His mouth is right here. His lips is right there. And his chin, people, is over top of this guy's head. There is a reptilian being right here. The entire body. Look at that. Look at that. Again, these dark slots right here. These dark slots. I'm going to create the eyes. I'll put it on my Facebook page. These dark slots right here, people, are the creature's eyes area. Right there, left eye, right eye. Here's his entire head. There's his shoulder coming around. Hand coming here. Again, shoulder coming around. There's an entire head. It's not just one, but it's two. Because underneath his chin, in his moon crest lips here, is another creature, which is there. What do they call those little things? I forgot what they call those little guys that was on that TV show. Those little flurry creatures that was on that TV show. Damn it, I forget the name of that show where they had the muffin, not the muffins. I mean, whatever those little creatures was. I forgot the name of that show. But that's what that little guy looks like right there. Because he has dark spots around his eyes. Looks like a raccoon eyes. Those little furry balls, those little creatures, and they bounced all over the place. That's what that looked like. But look at this body of this guy. Now check this out, people. Because up from behind him is a witch-like woman. There's her left breast, her right breast, and her arm sticks out. And she's reaching over to the Nefertiti babies. And these creatures are sitting on the laps, on the shoulders of this, what you see here. And again, there's a face, and look, in this triangle, there's a body in there. A head in there, rather. And then there's a body in this shield. And you know what else is amazing by all of this? Is that all of these symbols and stuff, and the way that this stuff is all described, is stuff that we see today along royal families and with ancient rooted religion and ancient rooted royalty. This is amazing. I have to go back to this because I don't know how I missed this guy the first time around. It wasn't until I had it on my big screen that I noticed that this entire thing right here was the being. I thought it was just in here, this head right here. But people, here it is right here. I'm going to draw the head out right there. And I'm going to put it on my Facebook page. So you got to see my Facebook page. I'm going to have to save that one. I'm going to have to keep going. How many minutes do I got? I can't see. This sucks because I'm looking backwards and I can't see how many minutes I have. Well, I hope I don't run over. Let me just keep it going. Oh, here's the snake. Here's a plaque right here. Now check this out. You should be able to see this. I gotta see how. Where are we at? Oh, we have 50. I'm gonna have to speed this up, people. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to speed this up. Look. Notice that there's a black face up here. Face of a monkey / humanoid looking person there. Then in this little triangle, there's another black creature here. Eye. Looking dinosaurs right there, peeking out. But look at this here. Now this is that same Nefertiti rock. Here's those those banners from around them, which I'm saying represent strands of DNA. Now check this out, people. Here's a little baby here hanging off. There's a little seed pod head, but there's a hole in the block right here. And guess what's coming out of the hole? Facing you right here. You know what that is? This creature is coming out of this slat, coming out of the rock, showing, emerging from the rock. You know what that is? That's the head of a cobra. That's the body and head of a cobra, a specific cobra. There's his body markings, designs, and everything, showing you that this creature is coming out of which would have been the tongue of the other being. Remember I told you about I talked about the tongue earlier on? Well, the tongue is a cobra, a full-blown cobra that looks real lifelike, more so than a real cobra that is today. The head of the cobra is right here. There's the body of the cobra, and this is showing you, this is the mouth, and this is the tongue coming out of the block, showing you that how from this came, from this body of this creature calls for the existence of all of the other creatures, and where DNA is going today. Again, I have to keep it moving, people. There's a snake head on right there. Look at that, looking at you, curled over, looking at you. I gotta keep looking at my time. This sucks because, oh no, it looks like I got 35 minutes in. I'm still going good. I'm doing great. Look at the cobra coming out, people. Look at the skinny head of the cobra there. Look, coming out. This was the tongue earlier on in earlier slides. This was a tongue. Look at the snake, people, coming out of this block. This is all in the slide motion picture from the Nefertiti's babies and Akhenaten and baby from that slab, showing you that I have opened a window that gives you reality of a motion picture. Look at this. A cobra coming out of a rock, and there's no cobra in the original image, but yet when you move these images, when you manipulate the image to the point of its own self over itself, this is created. And I found the precise way to do it, to give us these images. I've discovered for the first time ever how, look, there's your cobra again, people. Look at the face, the head. Look at the body markings. Look at this. An actual cobra coming out of a block, which was previously a tongue. Look at all of this. This is amazing. Here it is again, people. Look at that. Look at the cobra coming out of the rock and facing you. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. Facing you. Oh, you can't see it, but I can. Here in the backing marking of the cobra, that right in here, there's a face of a black person. Then, right here, like where the mouth is, where that's coming out, there's a face of another seemingly black person with an afro, and the arms are outstretched over the opening that the snake is coming out of. Here's the left arm, there's the right arm, there's the hair, there's the face in here, and here's the snake coming out of that hole. Look at this. It's my position also. Look up all of here to these markings up here. Look at all of these markings. Again, people, come to my Facebook page and you'll have to see these. I'm going to put them there, and I'm going to put some on my Google+. Okay? Again, here's the snake showing transforming into other beings. And you will see this now starts to change. And showing you a heart-like figure right here. And this is amazing because, you know, we have this the medical symbol with the stick and the snakes wrapped around the stick, making our medical symbol. And it seems to me that this is, and with the heart and all of that, that's what all of this seems to be right now for me. There's a heart, there's a snake, there's like a being here wrapped around. I mean, it's just amazing. Now check this out, because this gets crazier. Here, when I told you that there was a head in there, there seems to be there's a black woman's face emerging from the body of the snake. There's her face, her chin, her cheekbone, her eye, and just like you see, it reminds me how, you know how you see, it's like this woman is wearing the cobra's body as an overcoat, an oversized overcoat, and it's just her body is covered in the body of the snake, and there she is right there, like she's emerging from the spine of this snake. And again, now this creature up here that I told you was a blackbird, you know what this creature looks like? Oh, there's a horned being here. I can't leave that out. There's the mouth. It's the horn here. It's almost like some type of horn figure. It actually turns into almost like a goat-like figure later on down the line, but it looks like a horn, like a mutation or something, or a humanoid or something creature here with horns. There's a horn here and there's a horn. But this guy right here, you know who this guy looks like right here? With the arms coming out now and emerging from that with the eye to eye. You know who that guy looks like? And I should have brought a picture. Looks like Squidward from SpongeBob. Reptiles showing us real stuff, fish. How man emerged through the bodies of reptiles and fish. That's what this is all describing, people. How through the DNA of these creatures came our existence, the cause for our existence. A sophisticated pattern of creation and manipulation and genetic bridging, which calls for our creation, and is showing you real faces. Real faces. Real-time faces. Information that I have unlocked. Look at this. Look at how this guy turned into like an older black man now. Check this out, that I called SpongeBob earlier. Now check this out, people, because this is where this gets good. Here's his head here. There's an eye. There's a nose. There's his mouth, and he's got on like a jester collar from the queens and kings. All of that stuff about a jester, like a clown. His collar is like that. His arms is outstretched. Here's the horns again, and there's a face of like a bull in here. And people, there is, you know how the royal families have those ruffles? Those big collars back in the day, the ruffle collars and all that. And you see that they're like kings and queens. Look, here's those ruffles right here. There's all of those ruffles. Look, right there. Look in here, people. There's an eye, there's an eye. There's the head of a royal figure right there. And this would be this royal robe right there, which is the snake's body. And it's showing you how this man, this being, and this woman, these beings blossomed out of that cobra's body. Look at this. From a heart. And it's got a picture of the heart down here, showing you through the blood, the manipulation, how mankind's heart, all of this stuff was created. Now look at this, people. I can draw this out. I mean, it's just too much to realize and to grasp. I don't even know how much of this you can possibly even see. But look at this. How this person blossomed out of this snake's body. It's showing you like the snake, the cobra disintegrating and man emerging. That's what these motion pictures are. And man is emerging. A window into is that it? Oh, hold it. What did I do again? I hope that was the last one, so I can close this out. So I'm gonna make a slideshow, and I'm gonna put these on my Facebook page. If you want to see more, come on to my Facebook page. I'll show you more. But people, when I tell you that this is absolutely amazing, what I have found, it's. Oh, I know. I have more pictures on the I can go on open up another site. Hold on. Was that it? I don't know if that was, that's the snake. All right, I'm going to go through these. I'm going to do a slide video with this, and I'll try to mark these. I didn't want to do that first. I wanted to do some explanation. But people, what these images are showing us is how we were created, and that there's a window. Oh, okay, yeah, there you go. I have this one marked. Okay, now we had more. All right, here. I think I have this one. Look how I put the eyes in here. Look how these images. Look at the little old guy here. This is his beard. There's his mouth. There's his nose. There's an eye. Now check it out. Remember I told you that there was a bull underneath before? There was a bull under here in this area. Well, in this slide, the bull was here in the slide before. Now in this slide, people, you know what it's showing us? How the bull morphed with man, mutated with man, and became now this guy here, this old guy with his beard there, his mouth, his nose, his eye, how he has bull horns. So in the previous one, it shows us that there was an intervention with bull DNA. Now it's showing us that through that, DNA got introduced into mankind, and it's showing you that man with horns were created, mutated into man with horns. All of these myths and legends that we have about beings with horns and everything is a reality. These beings, they genetically altered themselves, all trying to escape from their reptilian, their ape, their black ancestry, to escape these genes that from the past to become something altered into the different to who we are today. Because we evolved through these animals, we evolved through in the likeness of these animals as well. And this is why all of our ancestry have this in. Now, here's another horn being. Now look at him looking at you all evil like. Eye, nose, mouth, and face. Now check, it got little horns. Check this out. Now look at the little scrolling arms coming around and coming through the front. And it's showing you these beings, our ancestors, which actually existed. All in a window that can be opened. I know how they open, not just this window, but many others. Look at this again here now, people. You see it there? Look at this. And then look up here. You know what's amazing about this is that you can go online today and you see little diamonds like this here, and you'll see little African people's faces in there, look like reptiles, they're green. I wish I had that picture, but there's an eye, there's a mouth, and you're wondering why they have all of this stuff. And where is they getting this from in their imagination? And you have a select few that may have some of this knowledge about this stuff, and they're taking it and playing it back in your face and have you intrigued about it in art. And here I'm showing you why it actually exists, because there is something real. There's a reality behind it all, and there's a true message behind it all. Alright. Again, there's a nice little picture there. What do we have here that I can show you? I know I got to probably tap out of this soon. How many more minutes we got? We're at 46. I'm going to try to get up out of here soon. Let me see what we have here that I can show you or not show you. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, look how this face becomes more realistic. Look at this. Chin, mouth. There's the left eye. There's the right eye. There's the nose. Look how the band comes across the hat. This is all in a diamond. Look at this. All of these images are brand new images, never shown to our world before. Look at this. Look at that. Never shown to our world before. And look how the baby is going up and holding, like they have a cross between them going up to this. And in fact, there's a mouth there. There's something open here, looking like there's a drink being or something being poured into an open mouth. Look at that right there. See that line going up from the cross that the baby's holding up, like there's a laser or something going up. Almost like a laser beam, to be totally honest with you. Held up and going up to an open mouth. Look at that right here. There's a cross like right there in the hand, and there's like a laser beam shooting up that way from this down here. I'm going to show you. I'm going to keep going. Oh, gosh. There's a lot here. I didn't realize that there was so much. I didn't realize that I was going to be talking for a full hour either. Again, look at this. Look how it changes again. Shows you. Look at this part here becomes green. There's a change here, showing you that it was an. Oh, this is where this turns into a monkey right here. Why is there writing up there? That's crazy. All right. Wow, I see something. All right. This is where this guy starts turning into a monkey. I mean, let me keep going up and keep going because I'm running out of time. Let me see if I can get more of that in for you. All right. Look at the face starts to. This is what it was before previously. We're showing us I went to previous. Look how the face starts to appear, people. There's a face in here. There's an eye. There's an eye. There's a cranial right here. Oh, I lost my whatchamacallit here. Oh, gosh, I did it again. God, are you freaking kidding me? Let me see if I can get that. Let me see if I can go down to that cranial. All right, let's go here. All right. Inside of here, there's a face appearing. There's a cranial there. Watch this. What happened? What is this thing doing? Oh, gosh, this is killing me. All right, come on back up. Let's not do that again. Keep you there. Look at the black face appearing there. There's a cranial. And look, these are the arms coming off. This is a monkey. Like, remember that see no evil, hear no evil type thing? But check this out. The monkey's arms is coming around and crossed over each other. Then the monkey's legs are sitting on it. There's the monkey's navel there. Okay. Look at the face right here, people. An eye, and a nose, and a mouth. The mouth is, the lips are squinted together in the mouth. Look at that. Let me look back at my screen to make sure that you can see that. Yeah, you should be able to see that. There's the face right in here. Right there. Left cheek, right cheek, nose, mouth are creating an O. The lips are closed together, but they create an O. There's the chin right there. There's an eye, there's an eye. And the Nefertiti babies in this V, look, there's a V, creates a black face right there. Look at that. Now I'm going to keep going. Because I don't want this video to go over. Now look how the face starts to mutate now back into the creature that it was, showing you where that black face came from that being. Look, here's an eye, left eye, right eye, nose, forehead. Now this creature becomes whole again, showing you where they came from. And this is a creature of a monkey mutation, showing you that it's changing into man right there. Look at the face. There's the wide nose, there's the eye, there's a bridge of the nose. I can draw this stuff out like a friggin' horror film that you never saw before. I can create a new wave of art, which I'm actually planning on doing because this is all my discovery. So I'm going to create art at this. Look at the cleft lip. This being has a cleft lip. Look, the lip is cleft. All of this stuff being shown from an ancient time. Oh gosh, I'm going to move on. Yeah, there you go. Look at this. Look at this being, what this being becomes. Look up here, people. Look at the monkey's faces mixed in with snake faces. Look at the eyes looking at you right here. Look at all of this. Look. And then look at the monkey's face here. Look at this. Look at this face right here, people. Look at that. Can you see that? This is just absolutely amazing. It's breathtaking. I put a monkey's face. I highlighted it some to show you that there's a monkey's face in there. You see my highlights and my lines? Look at that. I'm gonna have to keep it going. I'm gonna have to end this video. People, basically what I am stating that not only did the Egyptians know who we were, there were many civilizations, not just one, many civilizations of before the Egyptians that knew who we were. Not only did they know who we were, they genetically altered and created us. And there are records. It's my position. Look at this guy here. Look at this looking at you. Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes looking at you, people. Look at this. All new images that never been seen before. Not only did they know who we were, but they reinvented us as they went along. It's my position that religion, everything about religion, everything that we've been taught is all a lie, a misconception of who we truly are. It's also my position that those that are hiding it from us, that gave us these falsehoods, are the same ones that look at this here, are the same ones that are still in the practice of genetic manipulation today. Look at this, and look at this. Look, this is a bull with a snake on its nose area, and it shows the snake's tongue reaching out to the babies, coming out, showing you that these genes went into these children and caused for their genetic altering. Look at this. Eye. Look at the bull's head. Look at all of this, people. Look. And look at the face here. Showing you the genetic altering of mankind's being. An emotion picture. A thing that a child could... Well, actually, I'm revealing to you what is actually being exposed here. But even a child could read these messages on a slide viewer. On what is being stated here. Look at all of this. Look at the bull. With the snake there. Look at the band. All images that have never been seen or released before until now. People, I'm going to have to end this video because I have a feeling that I'm about to go over and I don't want to. Alright, I'm going to... Look at this. Look at this, people. Look at this. Look at the head in here. Look at the black faces. Look. Lips, nose, eye. Look at all of these beings. Look. Cranials. Look, it creates an overall picture. Look at this guy with almost like a lion's face here. And how one face is in another face. You have three faces in one right here. Between these babies. Between these two babies. And the arms and the shoulders coming out. Describing to you with a lion's nose. Showing you everything that Egyptians have been talking about. Anubis and all of that stuff there. Which, I got a picture of a new... Oh, just says connection. connect more apps. What the hell? Don't do this to me. All right, here, I'm going to go to, let me go to here, to the next one. I'm going to go to this one, talking about Anubis. I'm going to get out of that one because I think you get the picture. You're going to have to come, if y'all want to see more, y'all going to have to come to my Facebook page or go on, look at this. This is the same picture. Can I get this? What the hell? Oh no, these are not my Anubis pictures. Well, I don't have them here. I have a picture where Anubis appears. But look at this, people. I mean, this is just absolutely amazing. I'm going to try to go back to the other one right quick. Yeah, let me go back to the other one. And, gee, Monetti, I can't believe that I've done this. Let's go to inbox. And let's go here. And let's go here. And let me see if I can find my pictures of Anubis. Either the fox or dog god, whatever. I'm going to show that to you before, because they got to be here. Oh, I don't have it here. Well, I'm sorry, people, but you're going to have to go and see that on my face. There's much more that I have that I can show you in picture form. I just wanted to take the time to explain some out. I'm going to end the video here. I'll put more in writing if I can end this without screwing this up. All right, I appreciate your views. Thank you. If you like it, just push a like.